So we are in a fundamental of mobile applications, and using this fundamental of mobile applications, we are going to, or we already few of the topics already covered in this topic, that is called adapter. So basically we have to learn about base adapter, simple adapter and array adapter as per the syllabus. But we are not going to stop here. We also try to cover few of the advanced topic from this adapter, but after the syllabus is over and if the time limits given me permission. So this is the adapter. You can see here your mobile will be charged using a bridge mode, or you can say that the cable which can provide you power from your electricity board to your mobile. So this becomes a bridge between your electricity board and mobile, and your adapter is same as like that. So your array list, asmap, SQLite, that is called data source. The data source will be going to be displayed with your list view or any other view using your adapter, or the roles and responsibility of adapter is to convert your data item into view items using several other UI components. So as I already told, adapter is a bridge for adapter view and the others data view. It is going to be access the data items. It will responsible to making the view each item in data sets, and it has several subclasses, for example cursor adapter, array adapter and so on. These are the types of adapter: base adapter, cursor adapter, array adapter. And using this basic class, we can custom adapter, we can make a custom simple adapter also. So this is the meaning of base adapter. It is also called parent adapter for all the adapters. Array adapter, it is used to display the single items like an array. Using your custom array adapter, we can create your customized form of list. Using simple adapter, we can make it your adapter with a single data, a static data item to view defined in a form of a XML. And using the simple adapter, we can customize our adapter also. So let us revise our base adapter. So base adapter, it is an abstract class, and it may be implemented for list adapter or spinner adapter interface. Basically, the base adapter consists with main four methods. Get count, it is written number of rows in the list. Get item, it will return the particular objects of the items. Get item ID, with the position as a parameter, it will provide a long return ID value. And get view, that is the most important methods, with argument 0, 1 and view group, it will return your view objects. So let's understand first things, what is get view. As I already talked and discussed, what is get view? That is the method that will return a view for each item. Will return a view for each item. I am not going to say that only for single item, each item. It is going to be return a view for each item. So it will set your format layouts as well as corresponding data item using your get view methods. Get view method doesn't create a new view object. Please keep in mind, this is the important line to understand about get view. Why it is giving a good performance? Because of it doesn't create a new object. Instead of creation of new object, it is try to recycle view and reuse the view when it is out of focus. Let me give you a simple example. You can see here there are 5 items or name of months: January, February, March, April and May. A user will try to scroll up. When you are going to scroll up, a January month will be out of focus. You can see here your January month is out of focus. So now we have a February as a first position and so on, but there is a single space is remaining where your get view method will reuse the space that is occupied by your January month. So using get view, they are try to recycle, convert that view. Using get view, they will return a new objects in replace of out of focus objects. So this way your get view methods is one. So this is the structures and skeleton of your base adapter class, and there are 4 override methods. You may see here. Get count, by default it is 0, but the return value is integer. Get item, return value is object. Get item ID, return value is long. Get view, return value is a view objects. So what is get count? A get count is a math functions that will return total number of items, and using this code we can understand array list, that is the array of list, size, that is the method. It will provide you number of element from the array list, and it will be reside into count variable, and count variable will be replaced with your return keyword, so it will return you integer value with your get counts, so you can get the size of array list. Another is get view, where you are going to create or convert your XML layout part into object format. So using this way, using the inflate method, you can get the several layout value into another format, and that layout will be converted into view, and that view will be returned using your return keyword through these methods that name is get view. So this is the second method. Now third method, that's name is get item, and there is a parameter that is called I. I stands for here is the positions. So to get the data item associated with the specific position in data sets, we are going to pass a position value, and that position value going to be applied with your get list and array list as a get method, that you can get the particular item using your positions, and return keyword will help you to return the value of particular items or objects, and the return type of this method is object. You may see here the return type of this method is object. Another method that is called get item ID. Please consider ID. If you want to get the ID of particular item, that means you can use these methods where the parameter is position. When you pass the position parameter in this method, it will return a long value for the particular positions like this. Whatever the positions you are going to enter, it will be automatically written in the form of a long, and it may help for the other purpose like position of the value or item ID of the value, and you can replace it with the existing one or new one as per your requirement. So there are basically 4 methods that will help with base adapter class, and let us show or let me demonstrate a basic example of base adapter class, and we are going to demonstrate exact example how base adapter will help us. So start करने जा रहे हैं. So first of all thing is create a new project और नाम रख दीजिए उसका base adapter example, and that is display with your layout activity main and main example. Yeah, it's good. That is the same things as we already done. So let us do the same thing I am going to perform here, the same step that I am going to perform. So right now I am going to close my current project using the file menu and close project. Now let me do the first part, that is called start new project. Here I am going to select empty activity and next button. Now I am going to define the name of project, that is called base adapter and example, you may see here, and now I am going to finish button. So it will create a Gradle files and initializations of that existing project or newly created project, and later on we will do the next part of the particular screen. Before that let me run or how to explain these second steps. So this is your second step. Kindly understand the second step. Then after try to do the same step in your desktop or laptop. So first view group, that name is linear layout. Please understand the first group name is linear layout. Under the linear layout we are going to use grid view. So please understand linear layout consider height and width and orientation as a vertical. So let me first convert your linear layout with these properties, that is called match parent and vertical, and then after we will learn about grid view. So now we have a project. Let me move to the activity underscore main.xml, and it is taking a time because of Gradle processing is going on. After the processing finished of Gradle, we are going to create a linear layout as a view group or root element for the design. Now it is ready. So first of all, let me change linear layout, because of by default there is a constraint layout. So right now I am going to delete text view first. So now we have a no any view. I am going to convert constraint layout into text view. So for that, right click on constraint layout, click on convert view, select as a linear layout and click on apply. So now your linear layout is available, but by default orientation is horizontal. So let me change that orientations with vertical, and now we have a linear layout with vertical orientations. You may see this is the important line. This is the important line, vertical orientations. So let us understand the next part. We need another part that is called grid view. So there is a name of that grid view that is called simple grid view. The name of ID for this grid view is simple grid view. Width is fill parent and height is wrap content. Please understand, width is fill parent, height is wrap content, and there is a footer divided enables that is called false, and the number of column is 3. So we are going to do one by one step with these options. So let me perform this exercise. Again I am going to move in design time and let me search grid view. So right now I am going to click on search button and there is a grid view options. Don't click on grid layout. We need grid view. So I am drag and drop that grid view and it is going to be displayed perfectly, and you may see that's output. Let me show you how number of columns are displayed here. This is called grid view. So see here, that's a grid view. So there is a width property. As per my code, width property needs fill parent and height property need wrap content. So let me change it. Fill parent or wrap content. So we need to change wrap content. This is the exact code that I need to change here. See here, fill parent and wrap content. Now I need to apply ID. So for that we need to replace simple grid view. So let me change it, the ID of these properties. So ID, and I am going to apply simple grid and view, that is your ID. Now let me add another part that is called number of column properties. Number of column, where I am going to define 3. Where I am going to define 3. We will just skip that property. Let me see here. You can see here there are 3 columns. See here, there are 3 columns. This is first column, this is second column, this is third column. Using this property you can understand number of column. If you are mentioning 2, 1, 2, then that is a depends on that. It will be replaced. You can see here the 2 column will be automatically created. So you can get the idea how it is going to be work. This is the important line that we need to control using your properties. ID for programming purpose, height and width for उसका कंट्रोलिंग करने के लिए, हाइट एंड विड्थ के लिए, और नंबर ऑफ कॉलम उसकी कितनी कॉलम आपको डिस्प्ले करनी है उसके लिए. So this is the second step that I need to control or that I need to perform. Now let me go ahead with the next part. So here we need to create a new activity layouts, create a new activity layouts that is called activity underscore gridview.xml inside layout and add the below code. So हमको ये नाम से अपना XML बनाना है, activity underscore gridview, activity underscore gridview.xml. So let me create this path and we are going to do the same things to display the activity underscore gridview.xml. Let me create. Here I am going to create under the resource part. Right click, new layout resource, activity underscore grid view. This is the name of that particular new layouts, activity underscore grid view, and I am just pressing OK buttons. So by default again we have constraint layout. You may see here constraint layout, but as per my code we need to linear layout, and under the linear layout we can set match parent as a height width, orientation as a vertical, and we are going to add a new view that is called image view. Let me do that one by one so you can get the idea. Right click on it, click on convert view, select linear layouts and apply. By default orientation is horizontal, and I am going to replace that value with a vertical. So now your value is linear layout and it is like vertical layouts or vertical orientations layouts. Now I am going to add an image view inside it. So I am just drag and drop image view. Right now it is asked about add few things, but I am not going to add anything, and just press OK button. Just press OK button. It is doesn't display anything. Please see here, consider if I am going to not select any images inside it, it never display anything. So drag and drop and select any images that you want to as a by default purpose. So I am going to select IC underscore foreground or IC underscore background, whatever you like. You may select any one of them from the APP options and just click on OK. So it will display your particular image here. So now the code is look like this. You may see here your code is look like this. Kindly understand, the code is look like this. Click this red line button, click on red buttons, and it will try to ignore few of the errors. It is will be managed by your Android Studio itself. This error will be managed by itself. So now let us understand others properties. See here, the ID is already given, so it may take by default image view. You may set its layout width and layout height with a 100 dp. Let me do that first. So I am going to manage height and width. That's a 100 dp. You may see here 100 dp, and definitely it will be replaced here. You may see here I am going to replace the 100 dp. So it is look like this. The by default name of this ID is image view. Now I am going to replace the name of this is icon. Name of this is my icon. So you can understand this is the new name that I am going to apply on it. So my icon, 100 width, 100 height. Let us understand next part. There is a scale type. Please understand. There is a scale type property that is called fit XY. Let me do that also. So I am going to apply here scale type, and we are going to apply fit XY. So it is going to be fitting with the position with height and width. It is not going to skip any border or any column or any row. It is going to be fit with X and Y. There is a no space between the border sides. Now next part, please understand the next part. We have a layout margin. Now what is margin? Let me show you. 5 dp. Let me show you layout margins. Let me show you. Now I am going to add layout margin property, and I am going to define with 5 dp. Please understand, please see here, when I am going to type any value, it is going to be take a space out of the border or near to the border. Let me show you. When I am just type 5 dp, it is going to be taking extra space near to the border. See here, near to the border. So it is taking a space in between. Now let me show you another property. So that is called gravity layout. So I need to display that image into center. So for that we are going to use gravity layout gravity property, and under the gravity property I am going to select center horizontal. So it is going to be displayed in the center of the page, sorry, center of the layouts, but in a single row. You can see here. So these are the different properties that I am going to select it in image view. The name of property is my icon, 100 height, 100 width, scale type is fit XY, margin that is 5 dp, gravity that is the central horizontal, and other parts will be displayed here as a by default. So instead of this image, we can use any of the images also. So this is not compulsory part. You have to use only these images. That is called IC_launcher. You can select anyone, but for that you need to copy and paste into drawable folder. For that you have to need copy and paste that particular image into drawable folder. So up to now, this is your steps. For steps 1, we already created project. Steps 2, we already used activity_main with layouts. Then after, we are going to create a new activity grid view. And then after, let us understand the new part or main part of this area, that is called Java side area. So before that, we have to open main activity.java, and we are going to add few of the images like this. Please understand. Please understand. First of all, we need to create an instance of grid view. So the name of grid view is grid view, that is the class, and simple grid, that is the instance of that variable. So let me create that first part. So we are here in a main activity.java, where I am going to create an instance of grid view. Please understand. And the name of grid view, that is called simple. You can create simple view or simple grid view. Whatever you want to name, you can be like this way. You can create it like this way. So your simple grid view instance is created. Now let us understand second part. Please understand. This is called integer data type. The name of particular array is animals, and this is the symbol of array. Please understand. This is the integer as a data type. This is the name of array, and we have a symbols that is called square bracket. Equal sign, it is going to be assigned few value, and this curly bracket open and close indicate we are going to assign few of the value here. You may see here, I am going to define few of the value here. So please understand, there are a different name of that animal. Animal 13, animal 14, animal 15, animal 16, animal 17, animal 18, animal 15, and so on. So you can take different kinds of images from the internet and copy and paste into drawable folder, and from that you have to taking as a reference to store into animals array. Let me give you a small idea. If you don't have any images, then what you can do. So let us define integer part. So I am going to define integer, and then after I am going to define names of array, that is animals. Now I am going to define animals into animals array with initialization purpose. So for that, what we are going to do, please understand, in this area we are going to initialize few of the items. So right now I am going to use r.drawable dot IC underscore as a background, or IC underscore as a foreground. These two items I am going to use in repetitive mode. So this is the first things. Please understand. What we have to do, we just need the name of the particular image. This is, you can use existing images also. You can use the newly copy and paste images also. So this is the important things. How many times it is required, that is your depends on your requirement. This is not compulsory thing, how many images you are going to copy and paste. So here I am taking only few of the items. Let me show you. Yes, I am going to create a few of the items. Now this is the first things. Please understand. Or you may see array, it's not initialized here. If you try to initialize this array here, it is not allowed you. You may get these kinds of error also. Array initialize not allowed here. So please understand, when you declare the array, where you have to initialize. When you declare the name of array, and that place you have to initialize. So let us define that value. This is the first value, r dot drawable dot IC launcher foreground. That is the second value. Let me define the next, r dot drawable dot again background value, and let me take a last one, that is called r dot drawable dot let me foreground value. So I have only 4 items inside the animals. You may see here I have 4 values inside the animals. You may take an example like this. So this is the first image value, this is the second image value, this is the third image value, and this is the fourth image value. Now we have a 4 images into animals array. So I am not taking an exact example from the internet, but you can take exact example with the different images for taking a few of the items. So your instance of that variable is created, your initialization of animal is also created, and now we have on create method that you can know very well. We have a on create method. Under that there is a special method that is called to setting your layout, that is called set content view, and it is defined with your main activity, that is called r dot layout dot activity underscore main. Exact below of that line we have to reference your grid view that you already mentioned in your simple grid view. So you have to convert into grid view and find view by ID. That simple grid view are going to be defined with your instance of simple grid view. Let me define that first part so you can understand how it is going to be displayed. So we are in a set content view. Now we need to reference simple grid view, and that is the instance of grid view. So I am going to casting that area using find view by ID. I am going to select simple grid view. You may find using name of that particular ID. So now it is referencing your simple grid view with your simple GV. Now it is assigned into simple GV. So now it is okay. Up to these lines we have already done. Now please understand, now we are going to create our custom adapter. Now we are going to move our custom adapter using base adapter. This is the name of our area, that is called custom adapter. Please understand, this is called custom adapter. The name of object, that is called custom adapter. This is called new, that is the memory management operator. This is called constructor of our class, that is called construct adapter. This area, it is called context of the particular applications, and this one it is called array of the particular applications. So that array will already define here, you may see here. So let me use custom adapter with the custom adapter and so on. So let us define custom adapter first. So I am going to use custom adapter. So it is not present here. You can see here. It is going to be displayed in red color. So we need to create it. So we will create it very soon. But understand, custom adapter is not system defined class. This is the user defined class that I am going to use. So custom adapter. Now what is the name of that custom adapter? So I am going to define the name is CA. This is my custom adapter. Now I am going to use new and also use custom adapter as a constructor. You may see here custom adapter, but it is not going to display because of the class is not created. Then how we can use the constructor also? So first of all, let me define custom adapter. So what we are going to do here, we are just here and there is a balloon sign. Click on it and it will ask you, do you need to create a custom adapter? And just click on it. It will ask you, you have to select the package name. Yes, I already selected package name and click on OK. So it will going to be display, or it will going to be create your base adapter under the Java resources package. You may see here, this is your custom adapter and your custom adapter is created here. So we are going to use custom adapter with extend from base adapter. You may understand that custom of base adapter. and base adapter always need implement for methods. So we are going to implement that existing methods, and now it is going to be correctly displayed here. Please understand this part first of all. So we already created custom adapter class with the base adapter extensions. Now I am here, so you can see here your red color custom adapter, now it is removed. We will complete the sentence first of all, and then after we will change few of the items into custom adapter. So now I am going to define CA, then new, then you can use custom adapter as a constructor and semicolon. So up to now you can understand what we need to and what we can create or what we are going to do while using this program. So this way you can create a class, this way you can create a newly created objects, newly created instance, newly created classes, and etc. So first of all understand these parts. So up to now we created custom adapter class, the name of object, we already created constructor, and in constructor we have to pass these two parameters. First of all we have to pass two parameters. So in our class we need custom adapter constructor with two parameters. The first parameter it is called context, and second parameter it is called array. Please understand, the first parameter it is called context, and second parameter it is called array. So let us define. So I am going to use context. So I am just placing here get application context, that is the parameter, and I am going to define name of array, that is called animals. So you can see here it is automatically display a red line signal in front of this line. So I am going to click here and it will say, do you want to create constructor? So just click on it and see here the constructor automatically created under your custom adapter class. See here, it is automatically created your custom adapter class with this required parameter also. I am showing you several skeleton or easy method. Whenever you need, you can just click and understand the parameters, balloons, and click on it. It is automatically created whatever you want. So now the error is removed. Please see here, your error is removed. So up to now we created successfully. Let us understand the next part. So the next line is we are going to set adapter with your custom adapter parts. So the instance of adapter, that is called simple grid view, and with custom adapter parts. So let us define every instance or simple grid view need to set adapter, and under the adapter we are going to pass any adapter that you already defined. So right now we are going to pass our custom adapter into it. Up to now we have doesn't any lines of code in your custom adapter. We doesn't created any line of code in custom adapter. अभी यहाँ हमने कोई भी लाइन का कोड लिखा नहीं है. Please see here. You can see here. Up to now मैंने यहाँ पे एक भी लाइन का कोड नहीं लिखा है, फिर भी मेरा यहाँ काम easily हो गया. So using this way, using smart editor, you can get or reduce several errors. So let us understand next part. Up to now there is a no error until we are in a steps number 4. Now let us move steps number 5. So it is say that you have to create custom adapter.java. We already created without any error. Yes, and the custom adapter need to extend from base adapter. So we already created without any error, no problem. Now see here. Here is manually defined context of the particular class. Context and the instance that variable, integer with the animals array, layout inflator with the inflator. So we need to define these parameters first of all, and we are going to replace that these parameters with our existing parameters. So first of all we need context, integer, and layout inflator. Let me define that these three parts. in your custom adapter, we are going to use here context, and we need to name of that context, that is like in a small letter we are going to define context. Then we need to integer animals, because of that animal as a working as a part of your array that we have to define. Now your animals is defined. And layout inflator, that we already talked in a previous sessions. So now I am going to define inflator name is inflator again. So now we have a 3 parameters, your context parameters, your integer animals, and layout inflators. Up to now this is the different 3 variables. Now let's understand the next part. So we can use on any other name, but understand whatever the name you are going to use, kindly replace with exact variable that you want to change. So this is your constructor. See here, the name of class and the name of methods are same, so that is called constructor. The name of class and the name of method is same, so that is called constructor. In this constructor we already created 2 parameters. The name of parameter is first context and second is integer array. So let me show you. First of all, we already created that one. Yes, this yes, you can see here custom adapter is already created, custom constructor is already created. So we need to replace few of the lines inside the constructor. So what are the lines inside the constructor? Please see here, this stands for custom adapter, this stands for custom adapter. Under the construct adapter we are going to use context parameter. So what is the difference between context variables and the normal variables? This is the difference. Your parameters value of application context will be replaced with your context, and the parameters of animals value will be replaced with your class value or class instance variable. So let me show you one by one so you can get more idea. This is your parameters, this is your parameters, this is your class variables, you may see here. So now I am going to replace this dot context and it will be replaced with application context. So this is the difference. Your applications parameter value assigned to your class instance variable. Next, this dot animals, please see here, this part I am going to use, this is called class variable, and that I am going to replace with your parameters. So this parameter value you can see here in a black color. Your black color value will be replaced with your purple color value. A purple color value of variables called class instance or class variable, and this is called functions parameters, or you can say that is the local variable. So up to now we have already assigned 2 parameters. You can see here, this dot context with application context, this dot animals with animals. Now we have to inflate. Inflate, that means you are going to convert your XML part into Java objects. Please understand these important lines. You are going to create your XML part into Java objects. For that we are used inflator. So we already created inflator objects. So inflator is there. Now we are going to equal sign, and using your class of that particular layout inflator and the name of method, we are going to pass your application context. Why we are going to pass application context? Because of ये जो layout inflator है उसको हमको कहाँ डिस्प्ले करना है, इसके लिए हम application context का वेरिएबल यूज करें. अब application context क्या देगा? Application context आपके current object का सिनेरियो देगा, एनवायरमेंट देगा, करंट ऑब्जेक्ट का सिनेरियो देगा और उसका एनवायरमेंट देगा. इसके कारण हम ये यूज कर रहे हैं. दोबारा, इन्फ्लेटर इंस्टेंट विल बी असाइंड और रिप्लेस्ड लेआउट इन्फ्लेटर डॉट फ्रॉम यूजिंग योर कॉन्टेक्स्ट. लेट मी शो यू so you can get more idea. So your inflator variable will be replaced with your layout inflator dot from, and in this parameter we are going to use applications context. So your value will be replaced into your layout inflator. See here. So you can use double square bracket, simple braces to assign it. So let me give you idea. Using this parameter you can use like this way also. So it is the same, because of whatever the value you are getting from prom, it will be replaced or assigned to your inflator instance. So up to now we already created custom, we already created animals, we already assigned inflator. Because of now it is in a purple line. Let us define one by one methods. Your first method, that is called get count. Under these methods we have to just pass animals dot length. Where is a get count method? Here. So just you have to replace the name of array, that is called animals, dot length. Length is a property that will provide you how many items or how many animals inside your animals array. So right now we have no animals pictures, but it is going to be display number of items inside your animal array. It will count number of items inside your animals array. So this is your first part. So you can see here it will return your animals dot length. Now next part. Please understand the next part. Now I am going to replace get item, that is a ready-made method, and it will return null parameter. Here I am not going to implement any two methods. These two methods are not going to need. I am not going to use get item or get item ID. See here. So same way I am not going to use get item ID or get item. So I am not going to use these two methods, and it is going to be displayed as a by default null and 0. So it is look like nice. So there is no need to write any code. But now this is your important portions where your data item converted into view items. Please understand get view. A get view always present with three parameters. The first parameter is integer I, second parameter is view, and third parameter it is called view group. Please understand this part, because of now I am going to add my custom adapter into this base adapter, and base adapter will be going to be replaced your activity underscore main.xml part. So using this view, so this parameter, I am going to inflator use the name of instant with the name of method inflect, and I am going to replace r.layout.activity underscore grid view. Let me show you what is grid view. Activity underscore grid view. Please understand, we already created new activity. The name is activity underscore grid view with the image view. Please understand, that will be used into your get view methods. That will be used into your grid view methods. So first of all, let me use view inflator.inflate. Let me show you this part. Inflator. First of all, I need to refine value view. So this is your view. Then inflator dot inflate, and under this part I am going to define main two things. Please understand, main two things. The first thing, that is called newly created layouts, and second part, that is called null. So what is the newly created layout? That is called r.layout. Please understand, r.layout. Which one is our? That is name of grid view. Let me show you the name of grid view. This is your image view. You can see here, and the name और image view जहाँ पे रखा है, उसी लेआउट का नाम आपको यहाँ पहले रखना है, यहाँ पे, क्योंकि वहाँ पे आपका इमेज रिप्लेस होता दिखाई देगा, वहाँ पे इमेज रिप्लेस होता दिखाई देगा. Now grid view is there, but we doesn't need any view groups. So by default it is going to be display as a null. View group और view दोनों का डिफरेंस मैं पहले बता चुका हूँ. View इंडिविजुअल आइटम है और व्यू ग्रुप एक बड़ा कंटेनर है जहाँ पे नंबर ऑफ सारे व्यू वहाँ पे हम रख सकते हैं. So this is the line that I am going to use. Now see here, your inflator is converted. Now let us define each image with newly created image. So I am going to replacing your image view. Please see here, your image view, that is the class, icon, that is the instance of that class, image view that we are going to casting of that parts, and under the view जो हमारे पास जो व्यू इंस्टेंट है उसके अंदर हम फाइंड व्यू बाय आईडी कर रहे हैं कि जहाँ पे हमारा कोई आइकॉन मिले। अब ये आइकॉन यहाँ नहीं मिलेगा, वहाँ पे तो मुझे माय आइकॉन मिलेगा बिकॉज ऑफ माय आइकॉन इज रिप्लेस्ड बाय मी। सो लेट अस डिफाइन these पार्ट्स। सो लेट मी शो यू these पार्ट्स। सो लेट अस कन्वर्ट इमेज व्यू। अभी मैं यहाँ पे उसका नाम लिख रहा हूँ इमेज व्यू IV। I need to convert into image view first, then I am going to use view because of ये जो बड़ा व्यू है उसके अंदर मेरा माय आइकॉन है। लेट मी शो यू। ये जो ग्रिड व्यू है, एक्टिविटी ग्रिड व्यू, लेट मी शो यू। ये ग्रिड व्यू आ गया। अब देखिए उसके अंदर इमेज व्यू है और उसका नाम माय आइकॉन है, तो वो मैं यहाँ यूज करने जा रहा हूँ। तो ये इसके अंदर आ गया अपना एक्टिविटी अंडर शो ग्रिड व्यू। अब उसके अंदर मैं ढूंढने जा रहा हूँ, क्या ढूंढने जा रहा हूँ? यूजिंग फाइंड व्यू बाय ID I am going to search r.id.myIcon। see here, वो हम ढूंढने जा रहे हैं वहां पे, वो हम ढूंढने जा रहे हैं कि क्योंकि हमारे ग्रिड व्यू के उसका नाम रखा था माय आइकॉन। see here, उसका ग्रिड व्यू का नाम मैंने माय आइकॉन रखा था, तो यहाँ आ गया। सो अप टू नाउ मैंने यहाँ का ये जो पोर्शन से कन्वर्जन करने का वो सेट कर दिया। नाउ प्लीज सी हियर, नाउ मैं आइकॉन को, यानी कि ये जो नाम मैंने रखा है यहाँ पे, उस आइकॉन को दूसरे इमेजेस से सेट करवा रहा हूँ, पर लेकिन कहाँ से? हमारे एनिमल्स नाम के एरे से। लेकिन कौन सी इमेजेस को? तो आई नाम के एलिमेंट से। अब आई कौन है? तो यहाँ देखिए आई नाम का एलिमेंट्स आपको दिया गया है। सो सेट इमेज रिसोर्सेज करने जा रहे हैं हम। तो IV डॉट, प्लीज सी हियर, IV डॉट सेट इमेज रिसोर्सेज। ये इमेज रिसोर्सेज, लेकिन कहाँ से? हम उसको लाए कहाँ से? सो हम लाते हैं एनिमल से, लेकिन उसकी पोजीशन कहाँ से ढूंढेंगे? तो हम आई से पोजीशन ढूंढेंगे। सो सी हियर, योर आई वैल्यू इज हियर, you can see here I value is here, that will be replaced in the box of square bracket. Animals that we already declare in the top of the line. See here, animals array वहाँ पे डिक्लेयर किया गया है और वो इनिशियलाइज हो गया कंस्ट्रक्टर से, वहाँ से लेकर यहाँ आ गया और उसको हम यहाँ पे वो इमेजेस को रिप्लेस करने जा रहे हैं वन बाय वन। नाउ प्लीज इंपॉर्टेंट लाइन्स, सी हियर, ये जो सब कुछ किया, जो किया उसके अंदर का वेरिएबल का नाम था व्यू और उसको हम रिटर्न करवा रहे हैं व्यू। सो लेट अस सी, अब यहाँ पे मुझे नल नहीं चाहिए, मुझे क्या चाहिए? व्यू चाहिए, क्योंकि सब कुछ मैंने जो सब कुछ किया वो ये व्यू के साथ किया। नाउ व्यू विल बी रिटर्न यूजिंग योर गेट व्यू आइटम्स। सो वहाँ पे जितना आइटम आप डिस्प्ले करोगे जिसको हम डेटा आइटम कहते थे, नाउ इट इज गोइंग टू बी कन्वर्टेड इनटू व्यू आइटम्स एंड व्यू आइटम दैट विल बी see into your output. Let me run this output and how it is look like, let us see. So इस तरह से आपका मेन एक्टिविटी का जो पार्ट है वो और उसके साथ हमारा कस्टम एडेप्टर का पार्ट है वो हम कस्टमाइज कर कर बेस एडेप्टर का यूज कर कर हम बना सकते हैं। इस तरह से आपका आउटपुट, अभी मैंने जितना इमेजेस लिया है 2 या 3 या 4, इसकी जगह आप कई सारे इमेजेस ले सकते हो और उसका यूज कर सकते हो, उसका बेनिफिट्स बना सकते हो। अभी मैंने फिलहाल जो इमेजेस लिया था वो मैं आपको बता सकता हूँ कोडिंग में। ये रह देखिए 1 2 3 एंड 4, 4 ही इमेजेस लिए हैं, लेकिन आप उसकी जगह और कई सारे इमेजेस ले सकते हो। आप गूगल में सर्च कर कर उसको रिप्लेस भी करवा सकते हो और अपनी तरह से उसको डिफाइन करते हुए, हाँ कभी कभी यूज़ करो तो उसका सेम साइज वाला इमेजेस लीजिएगा, नीचे क्या होगा वो बड़ा छोटा रिप्लेसमेंट होता रहेगा, या फिर आपको उसको भी सेट करवाना पड़ेगा। जैसे कि यहाँ पे आपने 100 dp किया तो वो उसका हाइट एंड विड्थ सेट करता है सारी इमेजेस का, तो ये भी आप वहाँ पे कर सकते हो। राइट नाउ यू कैन सी माई आउटपुट इज ऑलरेडी डिस्प्ले, बट लेट मी रिकनेक्टेड माई दिस डिवाइसेस सो यू कैन गेट एग्जैक्टली आउटपुट ऑफ दिस लाइन्स। We already created 3 columns output and now you can see my output is look like this. Let me add few of the copy and paste. मैं यहाँ पे एक और कॉपी पेस्ट करने जा रहा हूँ, जरा ध्यान से देखिएगा, ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं करूँगा। यहाँ पे एक और कॉमा कर कर सभी का वैल्यू रिप्लेस कर दिया। यू कैन सी हियर, नाउ अगेन कॉमा कर कर कई सारे वैल्यूज रख दिए। नाउ आई एम गोइंग टू रन वंस अगेन, सी द आउटपुट। आप आउटपुट देख रहे हो, मैंने कई सारे इमेजेस को ऐड कर दिए, ये डायनेमिक आउटपुट हो गया। और अपना ये डायनेमिक एडेप्टर वाला आउटपुट अभी आप यहाँ पे देख रहे हो, सी हियर, नाउ यू कैन सी हियर. So you can make it wonderful images output as per knowledge of your adapter or knowledge of your base adapter or using the different image view also.